So I'm here with Todd Cannon. It's been a good 2 years since I've seen Todd, and the last time I did it was at CES. How you doing, Todd?
I'm doing great.
It's been a long time, huh?
Yes, it has.
And the last time I saw you, you were actually, I think we were the first ones to actually show your new F1 pedal.
Yes, right off the press.
And so you'd think 2 years later we'd be lucky enough, but what do you know? You have something new here today. Well, let's get back to that.
Okay.
So what did you think of the event? A lot of iRacers here, a lot of sim racers here?
I was really impressed with the event. I really wasn't expecting this big a turnout, and it was great to see. And these guys are serious about what they do, and it's really nice to see them, show up and really try to hone their skills.
Right. I agree, and I'm having a lot of fun. Now, let's talk about your company a little bit. When did you actually start and open your doors? When did you become Cannon Technologies?
I started in the summer of '06, just with the concept of trying to do something in the sim racing world. It really began with me wanting to get involved with sim racing and build my own cockpit, and so I proceeded to do that, and I came to the pedals, and I realized that there was not a pressure sensitive brake pedal on the market at the time, so I built my own, and like a lot of people, when you build something, you put it online, and hey, look what I did, and so I did that, and everybody, hey, you ought to sell these things, and oh yeah, sure, and so they kept encouraging me and said, you ought to try it. So I thought, if I can get the few deposits, within a month, I'll do it. And a week later, I had 10 deposits, and here we are, 6 years later, and we're still going strong.
Very cool, and still coming out with new products all the time?
I'd like to come out with new products more often, but yes,
right.
Today is a new day.
So I saw the Formula One pedals, and I was very impressed. They felt good. I only used them on the floor. I don't know if you remember.
Right.
What was the public response to those pedals?
Oh, it was great, and really, I have to say, I've always been blown away by the response in general to my products, and the F1 pedal was very well received, and the feedback I've gotten from my customers during, when they first received them, 6 months down the road, a year down the road, it's just been nothing but positive.
Yeah, I can see that being the case. And is one more popular than the other at this point? Are they pretty equal? Does it come down to driver preference?
Really, it's a driver preference, and it kind of goes in waves. The GTs will be the hot thing, and then the F1s will come up strong. So they're pretty evenly split.
Okay. And so, like I mentioned earlier, 2 years later, and you do have something new.
Yes, I do.
I've kind of heard about it in the works for some time, but I can't believe you have it here today. And what I'm talking about is your shifter. What's the official name of your shifter?
Actually, I don't have an official name for it yet. I have to work on that. Right now, it's just the CST gated shifter.
Okay.
It's the bomb.
The bomb shifter. There you go. Yeah. Now, this shifter, on first look, I think it's got similarities to another design I've seen, and that's just on the look. The minute I sat down, I felt something different. I'll get to that in a minute. What can you tell me about this shifter that makes it so special?
Well, there are other shifters out, and I thought, if I'm going to do this, it had to be different, it had to be unique. And for me, I took the same approach as I did with my pedals, and that was, they had to feel as realistic as possible. And so the shifter had to be the same. And so that was my number one requirement, was to make it look and feel as realistic as possible in the amount of pressure it takes to shift it into gear, the way the centering springs work, the look, the feel, the sounds, everything had to be as close to the real thing as possible.
Okay, cool. Now the one we're playing with in there has one particular gate pattern.
Yes.
And that was 6-speed.
Plus reverse.
Plus reverse. Are you going to have, a lot of people go with multiple gear options, or is there a way to select it so I can only use 4 gears on a cup driver, for example?
You will be able to, originally you'll be able to order the shifter and choose between a 4, 5, or 6-speed gate plate. And then you'll have your choice between a longer dogleg shift shaft for a NASCAR style, or a shorter straight shaft for a GT style, and also a variety of different knobs from the big white Hurst knob for the NASCAR guys down to more of even a carbon fiber cylindrical style for the GT road race guys.
Okay, sounds very good. Okay, now I'm going to kind of go to what I felt in the shifter. So I sat down and I thought, okay, I've seen shifters, and the minute I went into gear, I hit like, I don't even know what to call it. You've got a gate, and then I hit what felt like engaging the fork in my transmission. It actually felt like I was moving a secondary item. What's going on? I mean, this is unreal. What made you think to do it, and what's going on there?
Well, like I said, the main thing is it had to be something that was new and different. Otherwise, it would just be another shifter for shifter's sake. So, you know, I did a lot of research and did a lot of testing on feeling, you know, a real shifter and how it felt in each stage going into gear and the process, and not only that, but even coming out of gear, because it's a different feel going in than it is coming out. And so, you know, I went through a lot of different prototypes trying to get that right feel, and after a while, I finally came out with something I was really happy with.
I'm very happy with it too. I'd like to strap it onto my rig or steal that one in there. So the shifter, do you have a price in mind? Are you to the point where it's actually in production?
I'm right on the verge of production right now. I've basically finalized the overall design. I'm working with my fabricator closely to come up with the best way to manufacture the shifter, and once we get all those details worked out, then the pricing can be nailed down. Right now, the preliminary estimates are that it's probably going to run between $500 to $600.
Okay.
And with optional extra gate plates, shift shafts, shift knobs, mounting brackets for various cockpits, desks.
Right.
And so there'll be other options, but the base price for the unit is probably going to be $500 to $600.
Okay, which and honestly, the way it felt, I mean, I see where the money is in that. I mean, you always get what you pay for, kind of thing.
I don't. When I go to design a product, I don't, and you know, right or wrong, I don't design around cost. I design around performance.
Right.
And the cost ends up being what it is, and so it's the unit is made. The housing is made with anodized aluminum. The gate plates are brushed stainless steel. The shift shafts are polished stainless, and the shift knobs are real shift knobs that come right off of real race cars. Right,
very cool. So now, looking back at your pedals, there's still a little bit of delay in getting the pedals. So with this, how do you bring on a new shifter? And if I'm ordering pedals, is it going to slow down production of everything?
Well, I've been trying to address those issues, and I tell you what, I can't thank, you know, our customers enough for the patience they've shown over the last couple of years and allowing us to do what we need to do to get the pedals out the door. You know, being a small business, it just takes one delay of one small part and you're dead in the water.
Sure.
But I've been trying to address those. I brought on an additional person to the staff a couple months ago, and he's working out very well. It's really increased our efficiency, and so as the shifter comes on board, I estimate probably by the end of this year we'll probably have 1 to 2 more additional people with us.
Very cool. And I met your crew, very good guys in there. Let's talk about the future. So let's hope I don't have to wait 2 years to see something or see you again. Do you have anything else in the works you can talk about?
The next thing in the hopper after the gated shifter will be a sequential shifter. And again, to make it as realistic as possible, I actually have replicated the internal workings of a sequential gearbox. And so it has the same feel and performance as a real shifter. So you can't cheat it, you can't short shift it. If you do, you'll miss the shift.
Right.
And so, you know, I've worked hard to really bring the realism out in that. So that'll be the next product to come online after the gated shifter is into production.
And I'm just going to kind of give you a big compliment right here, but that shift, you talked about the realism on the sequential and what you're seeking, and if what you did on the H pattern transfers over, because like when I went to shift, it shifts beautifully, it goes right into the gate, and it was like when I do my 3-4 shift, sometimes I'm a little lazy and kind of just slap it down there, and you're not going to get away. I mean, and that's the thing for me with an H pattern. I'm looking for ultimate realism. I'm not doing it for speed. I mean, maybe I'm doing it for training, but ultimately for me, it's that realism, getting that feeling I want. And you did a great job of that.
I appreciate
for
that.
it to reject my shift because it was me being lazy. I loved it. Very cool.
That's
well,
great.
Todd, thank you very much. It was great seeing you after so long,
Thank you.
and we'll definitely have to stay more in touch in this next 2-year span.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Does a real race car have a center post? Of course not, and neither should your race rig. The R-Seat Evo V3 with its unique design has no center post. The R-Seat Evo replicates what you would be accustomed to in your daily driver or something you may take to the track. It can accommodate drivers from 4'11" up to over 6'6" tall and is pre-drilled for all of the major wheel manufacturers on the market today. When it comes to performance, look no further than the R-Seat Evo V3. Check out the R-Seat Evo and other sim racing equipment by heading to www.rseat.net.